A California pediatrician faces charges from the state medical board for writing more than 1,000 medical exemptions for vaccines in just the past 3 years. Attorney Brian Watkins joins our discussion today. And, you know, to give a little more background on this case, it sounds like this particular pediatrician wrote a third of all exemptions in this one San Diego school district, but that the case itself is due to one particular example where an exemption was given for a slightly increased risk of adverse reaction due to family history. Brian, in a case like this, are there grounds to revoke a license, a medical license for something like this, in your opinion?
The question is whether or not these exemptions are based on medical science or based on money. You know, she's advertising that she will write an exemption on her website. So that's going to be the question. Doctors lose their license all the time for giving narcotics prescriptions to people who don't need narcotics. And this is similar. It's actually worse because you're not only endangering themselves, they're endangering others with not vaccinating your children. So the courts are always going to accept public safety over personal beliefs all the time.
So part of this could be the fact, or allegedly, she was taking cash only. Is that right?
Correct.
This was non-insurance based. It was pay for play, so to speak.
Well, instead of a pill mill, it was a letter mill.
Is that your opinion on this then? That's kind of what was going on?
Because she was advertising that, yes, that does lead me to believe that she was in fact doing this for money. She doesn't use insurance. Why? Insurance would be scrutinizing it. If she was billing for these exemptions, insurance would be another level of scrutiny that she would have to overcome. So she's taking cash for this. And that's the question. Is this based on medical science or is this based on money?
The other point is we know there are only two true indications for waiving a vaccination: a history of true allergies to a vaccine, or that somebody's immune system is compromised, that giving that vaccine may trigger a exaggerated response and actually make them sick.
And interestingly, there's now a new California bill that would require any doctor who writes 5+ exemptions to undergo review. This new California law, is this pretty much going to put an end to using this medical argument for exemptions?
Well, you know, it's two prongs. You know, we have the medical board who basically is the law over doctors. And this doctor here is going to be facing the medical board as far as issuing these exemptions. Now, if they go so far outside the lines, it could involve criminal charges, such as situations where doctors are giving narcotics prescriptions to people who don't need them. Those people can actually get criminal charges based on that. Whether or not she can get a criminal charge, I don't believe so, but this would be something that would be dealt with the medical board.
It's such an important topic. We did reach out to the pediatrician for comment, but we're unable to reach her. And a lot of people think measles is no big deal, but in 2019, there have been over 1,200 cases of the measles in the U.S. Majority of those cases were in kids who were not vaccinated. And in some new studies, even when patients do recover from measles, the virus can impact the immune system, and scientists are calling this immune amnesia, where measles will kill cells that make antibodies. That, of course, you know, is crucial when it comes to fighting infections.